Electric cars in the world's biggest car market just hit 28% market share. My friends, disruption is happening at an incredible speed, and well, to be honest, the mainstream media seems completely clueless of what is actually happening right now. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. Great to see you. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking the like button or the notifications button to make sure you get notified of our videos. What's going on in China? Yes, China is by far the world's biggest car market. And that is not set to change anytime soon. The key reason for that is a very large percentage of China's market, of China's population, is gentrifying. And car ownership in China is still very, very low in comparison to the West. Plug-in vehicles continue to take massive market share in China. And that market share is increasing significantly. For example, electric vehicle sales this year are up more than 100% in China versus last year. What does that mean? Well, in July, 505,000 plug-in vehicles were sold, a combination of plug-in hybrids and EVs. Of course, as you know, the large majority of vehicle sales that are plug-ins or electrics are fully electric. Of those 505,000 plug-in vehicles sold, 137,000 were plug-in hybrids, and the rest, nearly 400,000, were fully electric. So far for the entire year this year, electric cars have taken 27% market share, with full electrics alone accounting for 20% market share and the other 6% plug-in hybrids. Now, Clean Technica and Jose Pontes say that if electrification continues at this incredible pace in China, that the market will hit 100% electric in 2025. So we're only just over 2 years away from all cars in China being either electric or plug-in hybrid, with obviously the vast majority of those, 80% plus, being electric right now. What does that mean? The car market in China determines and dictates many of the cars sold worldwide, because that's what happens. When you have the world's largest car market, that means economies of scale determine the kinds of cars sold in many countries around the world. Now, of course, China is planning on expanding and becoming the world's most dominant auto player. It's expanding into the United States with a number of different car brands. But the US is last. The reason the US is last of Western countries because of the 25% tax rate. Yes, of course, China did the same thing to America. America's done the same thing back. Totally fair. I get that. However, that just means China's planning on selling their EVs and has already started selling them in Australia, in Europe, in the UK, in a number of other countries around the world. Another measure of the importance of the market is the fact that China alone represented 60% of global electric vehicle registrations last month. China alone represented 60% of all electric cars sold in the month of July. That is absolutely insane. So what were the most popular electric cars in China in July of 2022? Number one was BYD Song Plus with 38,000. Number two, the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV, 37,000. Three was another BYD, the Qin Plus, with 31,000. Then the BYD Han was next. After that, BYD Dolphin. After that, BYD Yen Plus. Well, this is crazy, isn't it? Of the top 6 electric cars in China, 5 of the top 6 were BYD. In 7th place was GAC with the Aeon Y. In 8th, BYD again with the Tang. 9th, the Volkswagen ID4. And 10th, the Chery EQ1. Tesla Model Y was way down in about 13th place with 7,640 deliveries. The Model 3 didn't register. The reason for that is that Tesla exported the majority of their cars that they manufactured in July to overseas markets. And they also paused manufacturing on some of their production lines in order to ramp production up, to refurbish those production lines, to get them to be able to manufacture more EVs on those same lines than what they were previously, which in my opinion was a very smart move. What does that mean? It now means Tesla is producing 23,000 electric cars per week at their factory in China alone. That means it's the world's highest producing automotive factory, period. Highest producing period in the world. And it puts Tesla at a run rate of 1.2 million electric cars per year from Gigafactory Shanghai. Now, as many of you know, Tesla plan on doubling the size of Shanghai next year, putting them potentially at a run rate when they finish that project of over 2 million electric cars per year from that one site. One interesting thing to note is that BYD Dolphin is finally taking off and selling in crazy numbers. Now, of course, BYD has more than 700,000 pre-orders. More than 700,000 pre-orders. The problem is not orders for BYD, it's simply production. And it's not a problem really when you think about how fast they've been scaling production up. The BYD Dolphin, which is a Corolla-sized electric car, had 20,500 registrations in the month of July alone in China, meaning it jumped into the top 5. With less production constraints on BYD's side, it seems BYD now has space to increase output of one of its cheapest models. So Jose Pontes says one wonders just how high the compact hatchback-shaped MPV will go. Around 35,000 units per month, potentially. The Dolphin has the potential to become a trendsetter in many overseas markets, being the right size and the right price to do so. This model and its success might kickstart a new chapter in EV mobility in many countries, depending on BYD's production capabilities and model focus, of course. Now, I think I might have been the first person to make a YouTube video about the BYD Dolphin. I personally predicted when I first made that video about the Dolphin that it would become the world's highest selling electric car, as long as BYD could ramp production up enough. I'll stand by that prediction. I think eventually it will achieve that. It might take a couple of years, but eventually they'll get there. Why? It's affordable, it's a good size, it's the kind of car that the average person would be most interested in and can actually afford. Now, outside of those top 20 in that list there that you can see, a mention goes out to Geely, who plan on having 50% of the cars they sell being fully electric next year. I made a video about that. I'll put a link in the description below. Now, Geely actually have 4 models that scored record performances, all of them with potential to join the top 20 soon. The Chinese automaker hopes to fight BYD's current domination model by model. Launched as a sort of BYD Yen Plus or BYD Dolphin fighter, the Geometry E, a small crossover, had 5,171 registrations in only its second month on sale. In addition, Geely's luxury brand Zeekr, which make one of my favorite EVs, the 001, I'll put a link in the description below to my review of that car, reached 5,000 vehicle sales last month. Pontes says, so the Porsche Panamera-like EV continues to ramp up, hoping one day to be able to run with the best in the category, which in this case means the BYD Han. Now, personally, I think the Zeekr 001 is way better than the BYD Han. If you check out my video, you'll see why. And in fact, I think it's better than a Porsche Taycan. I think it looks a lot better. I think it's practical, it's affordable. It's really one of the best electric cars that I've ever seen. So who is number one? Well, the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV is still number one in China. For 2022 so far, BYD's Qin Plus regained 3rd position, surpassing the Tesla Model Y, though more than likely by the end of the year, Tesla will regain 2nd place, potentially even get 1st place, as it recovers its position thanks to ramping up production and also thanks to the Shanghai Gigafactory actually being open to be able to build cars. So far this year, sales of the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV hit 245,000 from January to July. BYD Song Plus, 197,000. Remember, some of those as well are plug-in hybrids as well as fully electric. BYD Qin Plus, 162,000. And the Tesla Model Y, 141,000. Next is another BYD, the Han, with 123,000. Then the BYD Dolphin with 79,000. Another BYD, the Yen Plus EV, hit 74,000. Clearly, BYD is dominating in China. In fact, they're set to join Tesla, in my view, as being 2 of the world's largest automakers by 2030. In fact, not 2 of, the 2 largest. That's my prediction. Now, looking at the top brands in China so far this year, from January to July of 2022, BYD sits in first place with 28%. SGMW is in second with 9.5%. Tesla's in third with 7.2%. Chery is in fourth with 4.8%. And GAC is in fifth with 4.4%. Tesla will definitely win some market share back over the next few months of the year, but that's not really the point. The point of this video is to show you the electric revolution, my friends, is here. It's coming. China will be pretty much all electric by 2025. What will that mean? That'll mean more affordable electric cars coming to Australia, to the US, to Europe, all over the world, to the UK, to Canada, everywhere. They're coming soon to Southeast Asia. They're changing the world. Yes, I know some of you don't like China. I understand that. But you know what? Let's just put this in a positive light. More and more EVs will be available. More and more people will be able to afford them. That'll mean cleaner air for you, cleaner air for me, and honestly, a better world, a better future for all of us. Frankly, I'm excited. I'm stoked to see this, and I'm really looking forward to the point in which I can open my door window down, right, wind it all the way down, and not smell the stink of toxic fumes. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.